We all know how rewarding it is for individuals to volunteer and how much it benefits the community. Now, just think what would happen if you could multiply those rewards and benefits. The great news is you can, by having a group from your workplace volunteer together as a team. It benefits the individuals, the team, the workplace, and the community all at once. A business's success is increasingly gauged by financial, social, and environmental measures. Today, social responsibility is a vital aspect of a desirable work environment. The Volunteer Action Center of Kitchener-Waterloo and area is here to help your business get connected with a meaningful volunteering opportunity in our community. They know that a solid group volunteer experience begins with good planning and preparation. For this reason, they have created a guide to help you put those foundations into place to ensure your volunteer satisfaction and success. This video will help you to understand 5 basic models of team volunteering and will introduce you to some of the ways the Volunteer Action Center can provide support and guidance through the process. The following testimonials from businesses and community organizations will help inspire you to get started. Volunteering is an offering of time, energy, and skills of one's own free will. It is an extension of being a good neighbor, transforming a collection of houses into a community as people become involved in the improvement of their surroundings and choose to help others. Volunteer Canada. It's the core of our community, a philanthropic gift that anyone can give. It's one of the simplest ways to give back to the people who raised us, to the places that support us, and to the generations that succeed us. It looks great on a resume, but how does it look on your business?
Recently I hired a new agent and I was kind of surprised because I thought she was going to join someplace else. And she said, no, I joined your company because of when you talked about what you guys do in the community. And I never ever considered it as a recruiting tool.
A growing number of employers are recognizing the importance of using their skilled teams for more than the duties on their job descriptions. In many organizations that support the people of Waterloo Region, employer-supported volunteering is a cornerstone of success. Every Wednesday morning, employees from Manulife Financial gather at a local school to ensure no child goes to class hungry. There are so many participants in this branch of the Nutrition for Learning program that the employees rotate, participating one morning every 4 or 5 weeks. This small commitment is integral to the success of the program, and it's not an isolated story.
I think for all of us who work in not-for-profits, we know how important volunteering is, and we can't do the work that we do without volunteers. And a lot of us volunteer on the side in addition to the work that we do, and so we're passionate about these things and we're passionate about giving back, and so when your employer supports that, you feel that much more inclined to do great work for them and for the community.
Volunteering has long been a part of Waterloo Region's strength as a community. In the 21st century, it's also something people look for in an employer. Yes, corporate volunteerism is vital to recruiting and retraining skilled staff, and it's here to stay.
So over the last, I'm going to say 15 years, 12 to 15 years, high school students have had to do 40 hours of volunteer work as part of their requirements to graduate from high school. And so we've got a whole generation of young people in universities now for whom that's become a perfectly normal thing, and who are engaging in their communities both locally and globally, and see that as a normal part of their life, and who are requiring that of their employers.
The Volunteer Action Center is a local organization that matches volunteers with opportunities to use their skills for short and long-term efforts. They have identified 5 core volunteer models that businesses use to support nonprofit organizations. The Blitz model gathers a group or team to complete a large project in a short period of time. This model is often used for physical activities, sorting food at the food bank, cleaning the grounds at a heritage site, even building a house.
And it gets a lot of work done in a really short period of time, which, you know, if we have one volunteer this summer, they'd be working at it every day, all day. But to get this one blast of volunteers is just wonderful.
The Service Club model meets socially to develop and work on one-time or ongoing projects. Corporate service clubs at several local workplaces select multiple causes and work to support those causes through a variety of activities.
The idea behind corporate service clubs is to offer a new way to engage the community in community volunteer work through the same concept, the same framework of a service club, where service clubs provide volunteer time, fundraising projects for community causes.
The skilled project model matches people to the opportunity based on the skills of the volunteers involved. Mentorship programs, such as those offered by Junior Achievement, are a prime example. Employees share their business acumen with local school children and teach them the importance of understanding finance and business by sharing their experiences.
Working with corporate volunteer groups has really helped us get a lot more work done. It's also brought in some areas of expertise that we may not have had within our existing volunteer base or within our staff base.
Rotating teams take an ongoing task, such as a weekly commitment to deliver meals to the elderly, and divide it among their members to provide a continuous service to the organization.
We started off with 16 staff members. We're now up to 30, so we rotate.
They have the option of working at home as much as they like, but they do have to be in the office on Wednesdays, so that's why they chose Wednesdays, that everybody's going to be in the area on Wednesdays and they would take their turns.
And the resource raising model sees a team raising funds or items for the charity of their choice. Think food drives, clothing drives, and holiday hamper programs.
We also have a lot of corporate groups who do challenges off-site as well. So they're challenging each other within their workplace, and ultimately the end result is collecting food and funds for the food bank.
But with so many organizations to choose from and so many models to use, how can an employer match their company with the volunteer opportunity that works best for their employees?
So the companies, the corporations who have recognized that are doing a good job of linking corporate teams. And the place to do that in this community is absolutely the Volunteer Action Centre.
So the Volunteer Action Centre is an independent charity that serves Kitchener, Waterloo, and the townships of Wellesley, Wilmot, and Woolwich. Our public face is a lot like a job centre, so we're able to post, promote, and help match volunteers to suitable volunteer opportunities that are posted by over 150 local community organizations this year.
Since 1984, the Volunteer Action Centre of Kitchener-Waterloo and area has been matching volunteers to opportunities, and they understand that different social profit organizations require different types of assistance. In fact, connecting talent and community is what they're all about. While each method of volunteering is important, the right fit is what makes any corporate and social profit partnership a success.
We could have all the money in the world, but if we couldn't get the volunteers, we couldn't deliver our programs.
Through its employer-supported volunteering program, the Volunteer Action Centre matches volunteer teams with opportunities that fit perfectly, whether it's a blitz or an ongoing commitment.
So United Way has partnered very closely with the Volunteer Action Centre, and we certainly benefit from the work that they do all the time. One of the things that we've worked together with them on is the Day of Caring. And the Day of Caring is exactly the kind of volunteering that we're talking about here, group volunteerism. And so on that one day in September, we partner workplaces with all kinds of projects going on around the city. And Volunteer Action Centre really takes it that one step further and allows sort of a day of caring every day.
Employer-supported volunteerism is one of the easiest ways to engage your workforce, attract and retain new employees, and give back to our community. And the Volunteer Action Centre is the resource to connect your organization with one of the many opportunities out there. Which one will work for you?
Properly, there's so many things you can volunteer at. What the thing is important is to find the niche that fits you, and you're in the case of a company, the people that work with you, whether it's Habitat for Humanity building houses or it's the soup kitchen. There's something that will fit.
And it really was terrific for our people to be able to see themselves on the national news and see the recognition and the pride that goes along with being involved in changing someone's life.
The Volunteer Action Centre has learned a thing or two about what makes a volunteer commitment a big success, and they're ready to share these tools with your organization.
Volunteer Action Centre has been extremely supportive. We have a real strong partnership going with them. Not only do they provide advertising and whatnot so that we can make the connections with the corporations and individuals as well. But the training that they provide has just been top-notch as well. There's been many seminars on corporate volunteering that we have attended that have helped us to engage the corporations at a much more significant level, so that you're just not panicking trying to find a place for volunteers when you have 15 volunteers. Where are we going to put them? We're trying to find real significant placements for them and to meet the needs that they may have.
The good news is that the Volunteer Action Center has packaged this expertise about employer-supported volunteering into a guidebook full of practical tools that will help your business get started. The guidebook contains suggested practices, discussion-probing questions, and frameworks for you to consider when managing employee volunteering. They will keep you informed about volunteer opportunities for your business and offer customized personal support along the way to meet your business's unique situation and objectives.
They can either give us a call or visit on our website and express their interest in team volunteering. But even before that, talk with their team and discover sort of what their interests are, what their strengths are, what kind of a time commitment they have, because the better idea they have of what they can offer to the community, we can bring that to community organizations and say, I've got a fantastic team from this business that would love to help out.
I sat down with Diane and said, we really want to raise the bar and take this to the next level. And can we collaborate on some ideas? And she was really terrific and instrumental in getting us to expand our volunteer day to volunteer days so that we could time it around when the organizations needed the legwork and the manpower.
The Volunteer Action Center is here to work in partnership with you to support your business's involvement in volunteering. They will help maximize your impact internally and on our community. Whether you're interested in volunteering a day or two in the community each year, or you'd like to take on a regularly scheduled volunteer position as a group, all the tools you need to get started have been created for your business. For more information on employer-supported volunteering, visit the Volunteer Action Center's website at volunteerkw.ca or call 519-742-8610. You can make volunteering your business.